Joey, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Sooners ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Perez. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside, it's Mobley. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, do they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
And this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him. You better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
Oh, what a cut! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
To the ground. He's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11.
Defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Carr. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
And I love that the defense was ready for the speed out wide. This offense, you're going to see more and more of it as the game goes along. They love to use his speed to run across the formation. You can run away from defenders, run away from zone coverage, but they were all dialed in. They broke on it, and they made the nice tackle.
Looking to take a shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree, arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen, and a guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though. I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Handoff to Xavier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
2nd down coming up. Quarterback making adjustments. To throw, it's Mateer. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Sooners are rolling down the field. Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Got a little grass. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Sooners want to move quickly. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll they'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Next, going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The Sooner Schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't fall over in your seats.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Coming out with it, it's Moret. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. Turning it on. Picks up the first down. The 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And he makes the extra point. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Under fire. Hauls it in. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
To the air, it's Mateer. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many.
Maybe a crease. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play calling.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I like the defense there and their mentality. After getting gashed on the ground, they just turn the page and they generate the pass rush the very next play.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Fires left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Gets it to him on the screen. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put in play from the 27, first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He slings it deep to the left. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Quickly out to the tight end. At the 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of it.
There's some room. Hard running there. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact.
Touchdown! Fighting Irish! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This really has been a tale of two quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now, they are playing with tons of confidence.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line. Just breaks into the open. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Here we go. Ready? Ready, 5.
They'll give it to him again. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Can't get him to the ground. Could be an alley. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on fourth down.
And it's crazy. I don't really think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care.
Gets loose in the middle. He's at the touchdown Sooner. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Perez. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Snags a quick pass on the left. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
And guys, I'm kind of shocked. That's the first time we've called his name. And it's one thing for it to be his first catch going into the half, but that's the first target. This offense is an offense that needs him to be explosive, to make big plays. And in order to make that happen, they've got to target him and find ways to get him the football.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Throwing, Carr. Makes the grab, it's Perez. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Carr. He's going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 15. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They're going to open this drive with a pass. Punch it out of the air. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He lost one down the sideline. Brings it down on the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
To the air, it's Mateer. He rifles one deep down the right side.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Quarterback keeps it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 24 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's Ole Miss keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down to...
Oh, he's got some space. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Could not make his way to the corner.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down in the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. That they can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's what...
He's got it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The run inside. It's Mobley. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right.
There he goes. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's a give to Robinson. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Irish. And the beatdown has ensued.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating.
There he goes. Powers through the defender. corral, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And you talk about wasting no time. That's what this offense just did. First play, explosive play. Second play, ready to rock and roll. 2-play drive. It's exactly what they drew up over there on the sidelines, Palmer.
And they did a great job of getting down to the goal line and getting set quick to go run that play, right? After the long play, the call came in, everybody got lined up. They were wasting no time. Defense completely on their heels. They don't know what just hit them.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the Irish back on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going, but once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides, and it's hard for people to keep up with them.
Finding some room. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down.
Well, a big reason why they're up on the scoreboard is because of how successful this guy's been running the football. And in this position, at this time in the game, with the lead, you want to keep doing that. You want to ice the game. This guy's getting better as the game goes on, so keep handing him the football.
That's caught. It's Flanagan. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the pummeling has started. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Rushes on him. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that one. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. He's going to take off. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down.
Sweep, sweep. Ready.
He wants to change this route.
Go.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He'll heave it deep. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Takes it the other way. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. And they go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Carr on play action. Pocket breaking down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of at the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Got enough for the first. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can...
Makes a grab and room to run. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Hey, check it. 14-24 plus. 14-24 plus. Booster. Go.
Carr. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Mobley fighting off the defender.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Man, that's got to sting. This returner wants to make a big play for his team, wants to make something happen. You don't get very many opportunities to do it in a football game, and he did the exact opposite. Created a huge momentum play for the other team. That one's going to sting a little.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Trying to power it in. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
And I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he doesn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. Carr to throw for it on 4th. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Play action, C.J. Carr. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Into the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple of bad decisions, a couple of great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down. He's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers. To continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Here we go. Ready. Wide. 3. Hey, move.
Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Trying to set up the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Fires to the right. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half. But
all right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On fourth down, going to the air. And here's the fifth interception by this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over first and second.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Ready, go!
Throwing, Carr. It's complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Maybe some room here. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45.
Here we go, ready.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He wants a big play here late. And he's thrown another interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes,